Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the College Football 25 series. It's been a while since we did the last one, um, just because it's been other things going on here on the channel. I'm trying to balance out because now we kind of have two football series going on. We have the Madden 24 franchise series. Well, again, like I was saying, once Madden 26 comes out, probably switching the franchise series over to Madden 26 just because I'll be getting it. Um, I don't know if it's going to be the same for College Football 26. I don't know if I'm pretty sure College Football 26 is coming out, but I'm going to be sending with these series, and if we have to switch them on to the next game, that'll be kind of how it's going to go with Madden or College Football. I'll kind of update it and get the new games, and I'll kind of move on with that. Um, it'll be more or less the same. I'll just be switching the titles along, but that's just how it's going to go. Trying to kind of balance out the two football series we have here on the channel. We're back here. I remember pretty much the last episode was just an introduction, and nothing too much going on. I'm gonna kind of be coming on in here. I'm kind of, still kind of getting used to college football 25, and kind of exploring the dynasty here. Just to kind of see what's going on. I don't know. I'm just gonna be kind of looking here. So I'm gonna advance a week. I'm gonna try to play a game. I think it's the week one, so we are in the regular season. Everything's pretty much set. There are some championship contenders and stuff like that. I saw this before I started recording, actually. NC State at Tennessee. So we're Tennessee. Um, I'm just kind of looking here. I think I'm just going to play a regular game. I don't really think I'm going to make any too major changes. I don't really think so. But I'm still kind of learning how to do the dynasty. It's a little bit different than Madden, so which I'm a little bit more used to. But I'll just be playing today's game, and I think that's more or less the plans for today. I'm not going to sim as much as I do like within the season, as much as Madden, I don't think, but we'll see. We'll see how everything kind of goes, but I'll be playing a game at least, kind of how Madden goes with once every episode. So we're here in our, I think we're in Tennessee's home. Are we? Yeah, I think this is our home. Unless we're in a bowl game. Bowl games are actually pretty fun. I don't know. Oh, hang on. Oh. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. A return. That's actually pretty good one to start the game. Pretty good. I think we're in some kind of bowl game. It's either a bowl game or like some kind of classic. I didn't catch that, but what a way to start the game. And I completely botched that kick. That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. We're in the Duke's Mayo Classic. I think it's in Charlotte. Looks like the Panthers Stadium. And I also botched that kick. See, I've been playing Madden a lot, and I'm kind of used to their kicking style. And then I come on here to College Football 25, and it's like their kicking style. So regardless, I was just so excited about that return. That was a good return. I like that. That's how we want to start it, but I kind of botched some kicks. That was my fault, though. Let's see if we can draw up some good defensive plays and get a good start to this game in the rain. It's an exciting game. I guess it's the Duke's Mayo Classic. I'm not 100%, again, kind of like I was saying last episode, I'm trying to get into college football in general. I'm not familiar with all the, I know there's bowl games that are played and stuff like that. Those are pretty fun. I'm not 100% familiar with all of it. Let me see if I can get this. Force them down to 37. I'm going to try to focus here and make some good defensive stops. Good. We like that. We like to see that. We force the punt. So good start by us on Tennessee. That's pretty good. Not entirely sure what this game is exactly. I guess it's some kind of classic game, but regardless, we're going to be playing it out. We're 1-0. It's week 2, I guess. Hurdle. We're actually doing pretty good. Now, I don't know if I want to be making anything crazy, like crazy adjustments to the lineup or anything, but kind of just judging off this game, I think I'm going to, I'm going to base my decision off this game. So we'll kind of see how this goes. I'll be simming a little bit, offensive and defensive possessions, so see if we could do anything else here on offense. See if I can throw a dot. Absolutely. I'm also gonna, now that I'm kind of getting more used to it, I'm gonna have to, after this game, probably towards the end of this video, I'll just kind of take a look at our roster, get a little bit familiar with our Tennessee roster here. Because I know, players graduate. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Players kind of graduate or they declare for the NFL draft and stuff like that. So the roster is always changing constantly over the sim years. So, but that's how it goes. I'm gonna go for 2 just to account for the missed field goal from earlier. Hopefully I can get it. I don't know if this is. I think this is a run play. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I lied. Did we get it? Oh, that was a little bit contested. That was my fault, but whatever. I'm going to sim a little bit, see what we can do here. I'm going to sim ahead a little bit, see what, kind of how we are, where we stand kind of at the beginning of the third quarter. Trying to play both sides of the ball. Oh, that was my fault. I simmed to the end of the third quarter. I didn't mean to do that. It's 15-16, so we're close. I'm going to play the rest of this game, fourth quarter, 1-point game. That was my fault. I meant to play some of the third quarter, but simming is a lot more fast in college football than it is in Madden. And 3rd and 16, that is not ideal. If we could go 2-0, if we could go undefeated for a time being, that would be kind of cool. I'm going to run it here, I'm going to run it here. Good run, good run. Motion PA wash, motion PA wash, here we go. I'm going to try and run something tricky here. Tricky here towards the end zone, let's go. Illegal forward pass, I don't know if they have those in college football. I'm pretty sure they do. Oh, right into the end zone. Let me slide, get myself up. Alright, I'm going to try a QB sneak, I think. I think we might be close enough for a QB sneak, if not an HB sting. I'm going to try to sting the HB. Here we go. Come on, get that in, bro. We could have gotten that in. Do I want to go for it? We're like so close at this point. I'm going to go for a QB sneak. It's only 1 point. I think our defense can more than enough stop. Here we go. Hit him fast. Good, good. I was confident in us to make that QB sneak. That was good. Now it's saying to go for 2. I'll go for the motion PA wash. Here we go. Good, good. That's what we like to see, boys. Now we got ourselves a little bit of a cushion. And I also botched that kick. Again, I'm used to Madden kicking meter. Then when I go back to playing college football, because I haven't played in a little while, I don't think I've really played it since the last episode. That was my fault. I'm not going to lie. It's my fault. It's here. Alright, here we go. Still got to protect the quarterback. I'm going to get some blitzes in here. I'm going to mix our defensive play calls with some blitzes and some covers. I've been studying. I've been kind of studying, so to speak, on like defensive playbooks. Maybe not specifically for this game, but I've been playing a lot of Madden, and it's kind of like the same, but with college, you know how it goes. But I've been getting used to it, so I kind of got to lock in here. See if we could come up with it. Can't let him get that first down. It's a little bit nippy out here in the rain, though. Cover 3 cloud. Switching to cover 3 sky. We want to guard the sky. Sorry, I'm kind of... Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Good, good. We needed that. We needed that. Alright, if we could get a touchdown here to put him away, that would be pretty big. I'm going to kind of drive it down to the 2-minute warning. Shouldn't be throwing. It's chance for an interception, but whatever. That could have been intercepted. That would have been my fault. I'm making some errors on my fault, my part here. I can't, it's, my fault. Can't be really saying it's the team's fault. It's like human error. There we go. That's good. That's what we needed. I'm gonna try to run some plays here, some running plays, just to kind of run down the clock. Especially if we could get here. Alright, good. That clock continues to run. I'm gonna run it down to the 2-minute warning. Good, good. I think in college football it's called the 2-minute timeout, but it's all the same, I guess. It's a timeout because the clock hit 2 minutes. Nonetheless. I should not be throwing here. You know what? I should be. I'm going to scramble. If I could get through this one guy. You say you couldn't juke him. I don't really want to worry about too much about the score right now. I think at this point, I want to worry about kind of running the clock down and using up sweating NC State out of their timeouts. I don't necessarily know if I want to worry too much about getting the touchdown, so see what we can do here, see what our hand is forced at. He's wide open, so I'm gonna throw him for a touchdown. It was too hard to resist. But either way, we're well on our way. I'm gonna go for 2 here. We're well on our way to 2-0 to start the season. It's not a bad season for episode 2. That was my fault. I should have Alright, let me get the kicking thing right here. There we go. That's better. Good, good. Just gonna finish him out here with the defense. Nothing wild happens, hopefully, and we can ride this game out. Hopefully. Alright, they're going in the hurry up. We gotta be ready. I gotta be ready for the next few play calls. Oh, good. Good sack. Good sack. Good. Good. Alright, now we got him kind of scared. I'm going to run a lot of cover plays just to make sure nothing wild happens, like a 50-yard touchdown or whatever. Make sure nothing of that happens, nothing of that caliber. We're going to corner him, get the sack. Still kind of covering. I'm going to run a blitz play for this one. We only got one timeout. All we got to do is get the ball back, then we can kneel it out. So, not necessarily the most nail-biter of a game, but they're definitely going to go for it. Well, we kind of closed them out in the end. I didn't mean to sim as far as I did, but regardless, we get the win. It's all good here. Oh, I thought I was going to get tipped. Now, it's 1st and goal. Is my, it might be too good to be true here. I might just throw an extra touchdown. No, I'm not going to throw it. You know what? No, I am. I lied. I lied just because it was too good to be true. We were 1st and goal, you know what I mean? We had to. So now it's kind of pounded it in here with the we're good. We're good. Alright, well, just looking to wrap this game up more or less, and I also botched the kick again. It's like, it's going to take some time for me to get used to. I got to practice a little bit more. Sometimes it'll be free kick out of bounds. But that's my fault. Just a little bit rusty on the kicking mechanics of this game. Alright, here we go here. Alright, they're going to be splitting them out of all their timeouts, so we're looking good here. And, that's just how it goes. You can't win them all. If you're NC State, I guess we won the Duke's Mayonnaise Classic, which is pretty cool. Mayonnaise, That's how it goes. And I think I'm going to get that pick. Yes, sir. Perfect timing user pick. You think I want to run it into the end zone? I might just have to. I might just have to do it to him. It's kind of a wild stat padding on our part, but, you know, I think that's, still got 3 seconds on the clock. Find it funny that it's the mayonnaise classic. That's actually pretty funny, but it's a wholesome thing. But we're gonna run this clock out, and we win. We stat padded our points at the end, but 2-0 for the Tennessee Volunteers under my reign. So I'm gonna go back in the menu here, take a look at our roster, and that'll more or less do it. Um, but we did really good. QB is doing phenomenal. QB room, I'm gonna take a look at that as well. It's been phenomenal for us. It was close there. You know, it was a 1-point game. You know, when I simmed to the first quarter or the fourth quarter, but it was we came in, took care of business. That's what we want to see. That's what we hopefully a lot more of that. Pretty successful game on our part. I'm going to advance the week, kind of scout out our next opponent. But we're 2-0 so far, so good start to the year. Definitely interested to play more of this kind of stuff. I'm looking at gives me like tips. We got the defensive player of the week on our part. That's pretty good. Kent State, game week. Protecting home turf. Volunteers are going flashes at Neyland Stadium. Protect home turf. That sounds good. I don't think I'm looking to. Let me take a look at the team schedule. Again, trying to get used to the interface here. Because I think right now we're in week 3. This is Kent State. Then we go to Oklahoma. That'll be a big one. So I hear. Then the next one, there are a few big ones. We got Alabama, Florida, Arkansas. Just taking a look at our thing. Hopefully we get into some bowl games and stuff, but that's later in the year. But I think trying to look at our roster. That's the main thing I kind of look at. I don't think I'm going to do anything too crazy in terms of the roster. Here we go, view roster. I don't know if I can QB go Malavia. Sorry if I butchered your name there, but he's a pretty good he's pretty good for our quarterback though. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I don't necessarily think you could trade players in college. You might be able to cut players. But I'm gonna take a look at it a little bit more. Wide receiver, Squirrel White, excuse me. He looks pretty good. Championship contender, A+. That looks pretty good. Fan favorite. Everything looks good as far as our roster goes. I don't think we have any big issues. I'm really looking at the main core of the offense there. Dylan Sampson is junior, and our quarterback is a freshman, I think. Yes, freshman. Um, so it's just like at the point is it's like where you have to like, you know, they're going to graduate and go on to the NFL. So it's kind of we don't it's not losing players per se. He has an A-. It's not losing players per se, but it's like, you know, they move on, and players are always graduating at the end of every year, so we gotta be ready for that, and we could kind of scout out new players. So I'll be doing that probably later in the year, and kind of like scouting out players. I'll probably be using the like I know you could redshirt players, which means you basically don't play for the rest of the year. Let me read what redshirts say. Players can play up to 4 games and still get redshirted. Want to quit yet. Cause here's where I'm going to be, like, yeah, you can recruiting. Cause that's where I'm going to be looking. Nobody really entered the transfer portal. I'm going to add a prospect, I think. Cause this is all the needs list and the recommended. I'm going to just add one. And nobody in the transfer portal. Cause that's kind of all I want to do. I kind of wanted to get familiar with the, yeah, I want to exit recruiting. Just kind of wanted to get familiar with the interface, but I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy team-wise. I don't necessarily think I could trade players like, I mean, I could redshirt players, but I don't think I could. I'm not going to be doing any of that. But I don't think I could necessarily. It's not how it works in college football. I can't be trading anybody. So that's kind of where it's different. Obviously, it's NFL and college. That's kind of where it's different between the two series we have going with Madden franchise and this college football franchise. Since this is a newer franchise, I'm kind of looking to kind of build more on this one. But like I was kind of saying, I'm going to be kind of bouncing between both series here. But yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to do for today's episode. Just kind of come back here, look through do a little bit of a tweaks, light tweaks, and kind of obviously play our game. But yeah, we're looking ahead for a great season here, so be sure to stay tuned for the next episode. Again, kind of going to be bouncing back from this series and the Madden series. And yeah, we'll kind of see where we go from there with the next college football game coming out and Madden 26 coming out. And we'll kind of see where we're going. Like, the series is still going to stand, it's just I might switch games and kind of might have to start a new franchise or something like that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, it's the 25s, well, 24 and 25, but it's for now, that's kind of how it goes. I kind of mentioned the Madden franchise series just because it's kind of in this, has to do with football directly. So, but yeah, with all that being said, that'll pretty much do it for today's episode, though. And be sure to stay tuned for the next one. Got big stuff coming. Be sure to subscribe for more content. Like video, all good stuff. Discord, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. Links in the description as always. So, all the socials are doing pretty good in terms of, the new stuff I'm putting out. Um, so yeah, be sure to stay up with all the socials and links in every description. And yeah, comment down below, feedback, all that good stuff, the usual, like, what I like to see, what you thought of the video, what you think of our team here in college football. That's pretty interesting. And yeah, with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.